Coach Jeff Gear. Coach Jeff Gear is in his 4th season as head water polo coach and the only coach since the team's head swim coach, and was an assistant coach for 5 years and was the assistant coach for the 2008 state championship swim team at St. Charles. Prior to coming to St. Charles, he was head water polo coach and assistant swim coach for Thomas Worthington and Worthington Kilbourne High Schools. He won 2 state titles in water polo at Thomas Worthington and 1 at Worthington Kilbourne. Coach Gear graduated from the University of Massachusetts. He's was a member of the varsity water polo and swim teams, 2-time Final Four participant in water polo, and 3-time conference champion in swimming. He lives in Westerville with his wife Whitney and also works as a substitute teacher in the Westerville School District. Please welcome our championship coach, Jeff Gear.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank Mr. Ferrian, Mr. Cavello, Mr. Lawler, and anyone else responsible for putting on this ceremony this morning. I'm not sure how to follow Coach Mampieri and his team's accomplishments with back-to-back state titles, a retiring coach, and having a 3rd child born on the state tournament. So I'm going to make it short and sweet this morning. I was an assistant coach for the state championship swim team here in 2008. It was an incredible accomplishment in itself, and it took years of hard work to reach that summit. That fall, our water polo team began our 2nd season of varsity play, with many of those same athletes from that swim team. So naturally, the question I heard most often was, is this the year the water polo team's going to win state? We just did in swimming, can we do it in water polo? And I was optimistic most of the time, but in reality, our water polo team was as bad as our swim team was good. That season, we lost our first 17 games. Now the truth is that comparing water polo to swimming is similar to comparing cross country to soccer. We need to know how to swim to play water polo. Soccer players need to know how to run. That's about where the similarities end. For those that have never seen water polo, we combine the athleticism, the ball skills of basketball, the physicality of ice hockey, and the teamwork and strategy of lacrosse. It's an interesting sport all in itself, and if you have not seen a match, I encourage you to come out next season and check out our team play. We are blessed here to have some of the finest water polo athletes in the state among us. Remarkably, none of our boys had ever played the sport before arriving at St. Charles. In fact, I would venture to guess that many of our boys didn't know we had a water polo team. But from raw, inexperienced athletes, these young men have transformed themselves into a state championship team, and I'm very proud of that. I'm also just as proud that at one point in their athletic careers, they took a chance on a sport that either they knew nothing about or had never played, and opened themselves up to failure. They took a chance on something, on a team that wasn't very good at some time, and a sport they'd never done before. And that takes a lot of courage, and it took persistence to stick with it through these lean years, through our years where we went 2-18, 6-15 for the first couple years. But that same courage and persistence paid off this year at the state tournament when we defeated Upper Arlington and St. Francis from Toledo, 2 teams that had beaten us previous in the year. Gentlemen, thank you for an outstanding season, and we wouldn't be up here celebrating without the collective efforts of all of you. Congratulations on making history.
Down a step, there you go. Jesus.
Calcara. Dylan Hammond. Tyler George. Sam Oslander. Rocky Bowman. Caleb Jack. Josh Cohen. Chris D'Angelo. Max Penn. Alex Kendall. John Fliss. Sean O'Leary. Kevin Lawler. Alex Coker. Maddie Patterson. Andrew Hoffman. Franz Kabelka. I would like to call my three captains, John Fliss, Ryan Willey, and Ryan Swanson up here, please. On behalf of the 2010 St. Charles Water Polo team, we are proud to present the state championship trophy to Mr. Cavella and Mr. Long.